Hello, my beautiful Leos. Welcome back to Queen Cup Tarot. I am just catching a vibe right now, shuffling up, just getting back in the swing of things, doing you guys' May 2020 readings. For those that are new, welcome. It is a privilege and honor to be able to read for you, connect with you, and ascend with you. All right, please like, share, subscribe. It is much appreciated. And for those that are returning back, I miss you guys. How are you? How does the new timeline look for you guys? A lot of you guys have been super active during this time and have gotten a lot accomplished, or at the very least, a lot has been revealed to you and you've been able to do a lot of healing, which has gotten you to feel really different than you did last time we connected. So I feel the energies of a lot of the collective, seeing the beauty, the silver lining, the blessing in what is happening collectively, and then capitalizing off of it, not necessarily monetarily. I just mean capitalizing off of the energies, utilizing the energies that have been made available to you and surrendering to the inevitabilities of what's going on, right? So it's just how people are handling it. And I just see you guys handling it well, feeling really optimistic. I hear some of you guys saying, Leo season's about to be lit. Leo season is going to be lit. I don't know what it is. I keep getting August. I keep hearing August, August, August. And some of you guys are tapped into that energy and you feel very optimistic and excited about your birthday season. I believe that's collective energy. So Leo, you might be really feeling amped leading up to your season. And it's because you're also tapped into the collective that is amped up going into your season, whether they're aware or not. Something is occurring in August. It's divinely timed. And of course, I believe it will have shadow and light aspects of it. I don't know what it is, though. I haven't been able to see. I just keep hearing August. And when I do pull for August, when I do hear it, I just keep getting the Tower. And then I get a bunch of other cards that kind of follow up after that. So, and I don't look at the Tower as being bad. I look at the Tower, I always give it to God. I don't give the devil things like that. Illusions are the devil's playground, not the Tower. The Tower you can see, feel, and everyone around you knows that shit is real. That's the divine, okay? It's just that sometimes we don't like the way the divine does it. It's because we have a limited understanding as to why the divine took that approach. Okay, and why the divine sacrificed any pain we had to experience or what we had to go through for the greater good of the overall picture, right? Anyways, guys, I don't know. We're just going to go into prayer and get into it before I go on a long rant and get kind of thrown off. I feel like I have a backlog of messages for you guys, so the way they come out, I'm really asking you guys just to bear with me as I get in the swing of things, because I feel like I have to get back in the swing of things because I've been in my own world. Even on the Patreon, that's a platform of like 200 people. That is nowhere close to the bigger collective tapping into, right? And there's just so much. I'm used to connecting with you guys every month and us getting caught up on the energies and shit. And I just feel like there's a lot to still unpack with you guys. All right. So let's get into prayer, see what the energies are for Leo for the month of May, and really see what's going on here. Right. The Hermit energy. But yeah, August, something about August, Leo. Leos aren't going to be the only ones. I heard excited. I don't feel that Tower is bad. I feel like Leos aren't going to be the only ones hyped up and excited and busy, I'm hearing, during Leo season. All right? So that'll be fun. Okay, Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, guardian angels, thank you for rising me up out of my bed this morning, and thank you for connecting me with the collective every day. Right now in particular, please allow me to communicate clearly with the collective sign of Leo the messages that are in their greatest good, surrounding the material abundance, sustenance, the relationships closest to them, their personal ascension and development, and any other messages that you deem worthy at this time. Thank you, Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, guardian angels, for everything you do for me and the collective on a regular. All the healing energy, the support, the love, the guidance, and the protection. We are nothing without it, and we are nothing without you. So glory be to the Most High forever and ever. Amen. I'm curious to see how many cards came out. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Okay, you guys know I do 9 card spreads typically, right? We got 8. Oh, wait, I want 2 more. I'll take this. One more card, please, Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, and guardian angels. And the Two of Swords under the Ten of Swords. The Lady of Pentacles and the Lady of Cups. Whoa. Leo, it looks like some of you guys looked within and found that you still hold on. All right, so I'm going to tell you guys the cards that came up. So the first card that came up, we've got the Six of Cups. And I like how this card's depicted because, you know, the Six of Cups can speak of a lot of things, but it really speaks of nostalgia, right? Like looking back at the past, whether it's because the past is coming back to you and you are just triggered by it, or regardless, this though is the reflection of you between now and the past. So I feel like this chick, you collective, is looking at yourself and seeing yourself differently as you are now, reflecting on your own past. Because I think sometimes when you were reflecting on the past, it was about other people, right? With the Five of Wands, you were looking at, say, conflict situations, relationships, and you were always reflecting on it from their perspective, trying to understand the other perspective, being really aware of other people with regards to your past experiences, but not necessarily reflecting on yourself and having that self-awareness. And I think through your journey, you became aware and accountable of how you stood and looked and presented in the past and how different it is in comparison to now. Some of you guys are afraid of reconnecting with somebody because of what occurred in the past. And I believe that this was a really long time ago. So the only reason why you're considering this is because of the amount of time that has passed between you and somebody. It's looking like quite a long time. Yeah. Up to 10 years, possibly. 8 to 10 years, 3 to 10 years. I don't know. I'm getting more of like, and it could be romantic, not necessarily. I think some of you are afraid about getting involved in a dynamic that you removed yourself from by reconnecting with somebody, because if they haven't changed, then you would be subject to reverting or being exposed to an old dynamic way of doing some things, energy, whatever, that you detached yourself from. But if there has been viable change in you and everybody involved, then the energy wouldn't be the same, and it would just be a paranoia and a fear. So I don't know what this reconciliation is, but with the Three of Cups and the Five of Wands with the Six of Cups, that's definitely a reconciliation, but it's with somebody specifically that you had conflict with. Like there was a conflict. And when I say conflict, it didn't necessarily have to be a fight. It could have just been like a difference in opinions that couldn't be overcome that caused a separation. Well, I feel this way and I think this way. Well, I feel this way and I want this, and boom, right? And then being hesitant about reconciling with somebody because you're still assuming that there's an incompatibility, and there might not be. All right. For others of you, it seems like I see the ending of a job and the starting of a new one very, very quickly. And that this is going to get some of you, I'm hearing exhaustion. Because it's an emotional roller coaster that I see somebody about to go through with regards to career. And it could play out a couple of ways. An employer can tell you no about something and then change their mind and be like an employer can tell you no, there's no go ahead, like everything's a stop, and then the employer can change their mind and say there's a go ahead. But for others of you, the way I got it originally with this like emotional roller coaster is that you are let go of a job and then find a new job like that, or are completely put in a different trajectory. Or some of you get let go and you're telling family, friends, a partner, and now you're relocating to either your friend, to live with a friend, family, or partner, and they don't live in your city, state, or province. It seems like it's an excuse. I'm hearing somebody in the past say to you, why don't you come stay by me? Why don't you come live out here? Why don't you come try to find work out here or do this? And you were like, no, I have stability. I'm good where I'm at. I don't feel like I'm not open to letting go where I'm at. Great idea, but just no thanks. Then there were certain things that occurred, right? That kind of brought about this inevitability. So that's what I'm saying. Some of you guys are going to somebody who in the past gave you that kind of energy, like come out here, whatever. And you're going to them later on an unrelated, like going to them like, yo, you'll never imagine what happened. I got let go, da 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 da. This person is going to revisit what they said to you months ago. Like, yo, this is hiring. My company's hiring. Why don't you move down here? And then some of you guys get trapped in your mind because, again, the divine is telling you, you can manifest something, but it's in a different way than you imagined. Some of you didn't imagine you had to relocate in order to bring in the manifestation that you wanted. The job. Some of you didn't realize that relocation had to do with you getting in alignment with the career path, the job opportunities that you truly seek. Because I believe we go through karmic cycles with career no different than we do with people, right? The harsh, painful lessons that we have to learn when we position ourselves with career, i.e. invest our time, which is the most valuable thing we have, into things that are not going to allow us to unlock our ancestral abundance or put us in line with our 10 of Pentacles, i.e. give us abundance and build us a foundation that will stand the test of time long before we're gone, i.e. no one's going to know your fucking employer after you're dead. No one's going to know where this money, so if you are passing down money to people, no one's going to know where it was from or how it came about. So there's no legacy to maintain. It was just like the youths are saying, great, got money, let's go. It's not like that. It's like really getting yourself in alignment with regards to money and career and having to surrender to the way the divine is showing you you can bring in your manifestation. Because like I said, for some of you, it's very different than the way you were insisting it should be done. So this is your guardian angel, your guide going, but why don't we do it? Are you sure it has to be like that? Are you sure? It's like this stubborn conversation. It's like you telling the divine all the reasons why you can't come out and why you're stuck. And the divine's telling you, are you really sure about that? You're going to the divine's coming to you going, why are you here? Why aren't you in your, other cave and manifesting? And you're going, well, because I can't, and it's not working, and it's not coming in, and da 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 da. And the divine is trying to speak reason to you, but I feel like this stubbornness, like it doesn't matter what the divine tells you. It's almost like you're debating back with the divine why you can't bring in a certain manifestation or why you can't move forward with one. Some of you guys are trapped in your mind because you're manifesting and one of your tools is missing. Some of you guys are trying to manifest love with no cup. You're trying to manifest money and you're not investing any time or money. Sometimes you have to invest money to make money, but usually it's time. Time is money, right? So usually investing time will make it. Some of you guys are trying to, so that means you're trying to manifest money to come towards you, but you're either not making yourself available for it or you're not giving, the divine's telling you you're not putting in the energy to get back. It's like the law of attraction. That's why the magician is so powerful, because the magician will use all of its tools to attract what it wants. It will put in all of its self. Because I was really getting that, guys, really needing to hone in on the magician energy. Everything that you put your wand, so your sex, your passion, your desire, your fire, your drive, everywhere where you put, and your attention, everywhere you put your time and your money with your pentacles, your emotions, your availability, your love with your cup, and your sword, right? Your truth. Wherever you invest, that is where you bring in. And I'm telling you, some people are either trying to manifest a certain thing without that thing on their table. Some people had all of their tools, but they were invested because some of the collective is all trapped in their mind because they don't like what came in. See? For some of you, you already manifested and you went back into your cave because you don't like what came in. And the divine's trying to say, but you invested all of your tools into this. And you're like, but that's not what I wanted. And the divine's like, I know. That's why we were trying to convince you to take your cup, wand, pentacle away from this and change the script. Ask for something else. Put your energy and all your tools to bring in something else. So yeah, I'm getting this energy like some of you are trapped in your mind because you don't like what came in, and some of you are trapped in your mind because something you want hasn't come in. Either way, there's an imbalance with regards to what your magician energy is doing and how it's going about it. You're either manifesting with not enough tools, or you're manifesting and putting in energy into an old timeline. Some of you guys don't like what you manifested and you are giving up and you are trapped and you're feeling like, well, there's some of you, this is very oppressive energy. You are literally putting yourself in some kind of solitary confinement, like prison. And the divine's being like, so are you not going to come out of there? And you're like, not today. And like, okay. But yeah, going back to career, I see some of you literally getting let go and fired, and it marks the end of an entire karmic cycle with career, which means that the next opportunity, okay, is either you embedding yourself on a karmic cycle, you're going around the cycle from brand new all over again. So you've taken a lateral move. Or for others of you, this new opportunity marks the beginning of your new timeline, meaning you don't make a lateral move and go back to a cycle of career and investing your time in something that doesn't bring the abundance that you need or the fulfillment or align you with your purpose. You guys are unlocking all this potential and these amazing abilities in you through your spiritual journey. Your career should reflect some of them. Like, okay, fine, not all of them, but some of them. And a lot of you, this end of this cycle is working in careers that utilize none. It's like slavery. They don't care about your talents, skills, and abilities. They care about how you can execute a function, and that is it. There is no value in people or culture. Some of you guys are working somewhere where there is no value in people or culture, and you're realizing that the value in people and culture lies within you and not within your employer, and you're done with this. So essentially, boom, repositioning. And like I said, I just see some of you guys being on a bit of an emotional roller coaster because you mourn the end of this cycle and then you're celebrating the beginning of a new one. Some of you, you're moody and it's because people don't know what you're going through. They don't know that you are celebrating a new timeline and mourning an old one. They don't understand. They're just seeing it as you being unstable. They'll understand shortly. In a time like this, they'll understand, and then they'll come to you. And then you'll say, you do realize that that's what I was going through when you were telling me this or looking at me crazy, right? And they might go. They might still not realize it. Oh gosh. Okay. All right. Let's see what else, Leo. For some of you, I see you struggling to give to something you once did or someone you once did. No matter how different they are or it is, you're finding it really hard to invest in them again, support them again, trust them again. Because with the Ace of Pentacles, trust is a big part of the Ace of Pentacles. It's not just the Ace of Swords, right? Because the Ace of Pentacles speaks of commitment. And what is a commitment without trust? It's nothing. It's a lie. So that's why I mean, like, there is, I don't know. Let's, I want to pull a few more. What's this Eight of Wands? Thank you, Father God. Holy Spirit, ancestors and guardian angels. This Eight of Wands. The Hierophant. So this is definitely transpiring because the Eight of Wands are days. I mixed that up in one of the readings. Wands are days and swords are weeks. It looks like in like a week, something about a week. Oh, For some of you, you're going to get let go of this week. For some of you, you're going to hear back from your employer about having to return to work and be very hesitant about doing that and really scramble to seek a new opportunity. Some of you are going to barter. You are going to negotiate the return of you with your employer because you want to stay working from home, or you want something. It's like if your employer wants you back, well, you're not going back to the way it was before. Things need to change, or else you're going to seek or accept another opportunity that you've already seeked out during this quarantine time. Within a week, I believe there's some kind of communication with an institution. I'm not so much right initially getting this as a person, I'm getting it as an employer. For some of you, you're going to hear back. For some of you, you manifested a new opportunity and it's you communicating with a new employer about how to go through the interview process, even though you can't do it in person. I'm hearing this employer communicate to you about this Ace of Pentacles. Like, is this something you're down for or would be open to? Like, there's conversations on the phone about this opportunity. Some of you are not working and getting this come in, which is great. So I'm seeing like emails come in, emails going back and forth, right? So yeah, I see you 3 of Cups. I think you fought and are, because with the 5 of Wands, that can also speak of competition. So I just feel like you're excited because you've been brought into the competition, meaning you are being offered an opportunity to interview for something. And it looks like within a week, you'll either hear from this employer or hear the results of an interview process that you already went on. The problem is it looks like there's some kind of indecision. Some of you guys get a job, but it's the agreement that is getting you to be indecisive of whether or not you actually want to accept it. There's something missing. The divine is asking you, is this really everything your higher self wants? Does this opportunity reflect your cup, your wand, your sword, and your pentacle? And I don't know. I feel like some of you feel like maybe the pentacle's gone, meaning like it's not enough money for my time, or maybe the sword isn't there. There's no inner knowing, right? You feel there's something that isn't right. You don't feel like you can succession. Like you asked about the succession planning. Yeah, the job they're presenting you in the present moment is great, but you know that they have no growth potential, that they're going to try to lock somebody. Like there's just this inner knowing that might not be there, or there's no passion and desire. You are getting an opportunity. For some of you, you got an opportunity and you're not excited about it. For some of you, your employer gave you a promotion and a raise, and somehow you're not excited about it because God's trying to show you it doesn't matter. You are not to be bought, okay? It doesn't matter how much money your employer is offering you. The fact of the matter is you don't want to be here. So that's where, like, there's a lot with regards to career. I see a lot with regards to career bubbling up. So dehydrated doing these readings. Ooh, I'm still settling in. I'm on my period right now. Like, I usually never do the monthlies on my period, but I don't want to wait because then it'd be kind of late in the month. Yeah, for some of you, you're going to find out in a week that you're not returning back to work. You might actually hear that your employer is shutting down. Like they are in financial ruin already. There's certain employers that were in such a bad economic space going into COVID that there is no way they can survive this regardless of how the government supplements them. So some of you are going to be impacted because your employer, being the Hierophant, this has nothing to do personally with you. So some of you are going to find that is more divinely guided because it doesn't feel personal. But what difference is it than the person who got laid off? The divine's doing the same thing for both of you, whether the company, it's an ego thing. Some of you, your ego isn't hit because your whole employer shut down or fired a bunch of people. So you're like, well, I guess it was divinely guided. I'm not taking it personally, right? Where some of you are taking it personally because you were the only one let go, but what difference does it make? The divine did the same thing for both parties, got them out of something that wasn't in their best interest. There was like an incompatibility. There's like, it's not just like that with people. There's incompatibilities with employers. So regardless of how hard you work or what you achieve, you're always going to feel a sense of failure. You're always going to feel a sense of, I don't belong. I shouldn't be here. Right? So some of you guys are going to be divinely guided into a new direction. And it looks like the start and stop of a job. Like some of you guys were not even thinking of looking for work, only for your employer to lay you off in the next week. And then by the end of May, you're in a completely new job, paying more, cannot believe how you ended up here. The divine heard your prayers. The divine knows what your limitations are and knows that you did the best to align yourself. Hears you when you ask for mercy because you just don't know. Like, that's what I'm saying. You know, the divine heard some of you with regards to your cries, with regards to money. Some of you guys know that your capabilities and work ethic was worth more. Like you could gain more. Some of you didn't know, and the divine was teaching you that. Like I'm seeing this energy here, and it's like she don't get paid enough for what she does for her and her community type energy, right? Yeah, I just see the end of a job and then the celebration in the beginning of a new one. And then for others of you, you aren't being laid off, but there's going to be a bunch of indecision surrounding how you want to proceed with the current employer because your feelings changed or your employer's feelings changed, meaning they're trying to change. Some of you, your employer is just trying to, because of the restructuring, they're just trying to recreate your job. And it's like, some of you are like, I have to agree to that. Like, you can't just change my entire function and then expect me to just be like, okay, like some of you are going to push back with an employer. Some of you are looking in the mirror and being like, the old version of you would have just been cool and let your employer just do whatever. And now the new version of you is like, no, the ascended, like the present you is like, no, I also am the Hierophant. So some of you are allowing your Hierophant energy to go against another Hierophant. My belief is, what I believe, that's what the Hierophants do. A room full of 10 of them, oh my God. They're going to be all foaming at the mouth talking for fucking 10 hours. Well, what I know and where I've been. Oh, the Hierophant and the Magician look like the same dude. Some of you guys are trying to manifest are trying to build a business, a home business. Some of you are trying to do it with your partner. Some of you guys got time to spend with your partner, and now both of you guys are like, how could we do something together so neither of us have to go back to work? I see some of you guys talking to your partner in like a business way, you know? And this isn't the kind of couple where mixing business and pleasure is a problem, because they're both business savvy and know how to separate the two, because they have individually separated the two in their life. Like they know how to separate their business and their personal. So you coming together with somebody just like that, even if it is your partner, you both will then be equipped to separate business and personal, because you know how to do it individually. So of course you would do it within a couple, right? I just see a couple possibly trying to start something, a little business, a little, like I see her on the front lines, he's in the back trying to do some shit, you know, they're both hooded up, right? That's his missus. Yeah, I see some of you guys. I also see some of you guys taking a leadership approach in your community and it bringing your relationship together. Some of you are looking at your partner unlock a new side of themselves. Some of you are looking at your partner very, very proud of what they've been able to achieve. For some of you, this is somebody looking at you. I don't know if you know this person. For some of you, there is somebody from the past that is watching you, because I did get the Page of Wands. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Every time I look at the bottom, it's like, I don't know. I want to see all that. For some of you, it's somebody from the past that checked up on you, and they are shocked and also proud to see how well you're doing. For others of you, you feel prompted to reach out to somebody from your past. And I'm getting it's like somebody you knew from childhood that you've been estranged from. It could be a great aunt, a grandpa, a grandma, or something like that. And you're wanting to reach out to them so that you want to give. You've come to some kind of success or have done well for yourself. And there's people celebrating you, but there's somebody in particular you want to celebrate this time with. For some of you, this person isn't alive. For some of you, this person is alive, and you want to go visit them and see them and tell them like, hey, a lot of what is happening you taught me, or is because of you, or I don't know. It's you guys, some of you wanting to return back to somebody and reconnect. For some of you, you want to reconnect with somebody because you feel they're getting older and you are getting nudges from the divine that they don't have that much time left here. So if you do want to reconcile and come together with somebody, you should probably do it now. And I'm getting like, it's either a great grandmother, it's like a great grandmother, a great aunt, an older, like it's an older person. Now, with regards to relationships, that's a whole different scene. It's kind of strange. The Tower. It's a whole different scene. So for some of you guys, there is a fight that ensues. There's an argument or a fight that ensues with you and somebody that brings the inevitable end to the relationship. It's done. There's no turning back. This argument specifically marks the end of a karmic cycle. That means no holds bars. Everybody, with the Eight of Wands, there was no holds bars. Nobody held back. Everybody said what it was. They wanted to say that they were holding back, because the Five of Wands take away the Eight of Wands is the Three of Wands. That's holding back, waiting, right? And I just feel like there's no holds bars and it brings the inevitable end. Or for some of you, you are indecisive because of what was revealed in an argument. Some of you are saying, how do we go? Some of you know you can't go back after what was said. I mean, you could in theory. For some of you, you could get back together with this person, but you'll never forget what was said or what was done at this time, whatever this was. This is a moment in time, whether it was an argument, a fight, I don't know. But now it's like somebody is feeling indecisive because it's like, I'm hearing, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the fuck up out of here. I don't know why. Somebody is saying that to them, to themselves. Like, I just got to get, I don't know where I'm going to go, but I just got to get the fuck up out of here. I'm hearing somebody say this isn't home anymore. I'm hearing somebody say this was never my fucking home. I'm hearing an argument, Leo. I don't know where this came from. Now I'm hearing like a full-fledged argument. I'm hearing somebody say this was never my fucking home. I'm hearing somebody say you don't know how to create home. I'm hearing somebody say there's no amount of money in the world that would get you to create a home I would want to be in. I'm hearing a full-fledged fight. Some of you, there is somebody reflecting on a fight that you had in the past, which brought you to an ending. For some of you, somebody wants to reconcile with you, okay? But what's stopping them is the last interaction that you had. Some of you guys had a nasty fight with somebody and said things that you can't come back from. Even though some of you might regret it, even though some of you guys might wish, or this person wishes they didn't say it, the fact is it was said, it was done, and there's no way of erasing that. So somebody wants to reconcile, but they themselves can't get past a particular point in time. They can't get past what you did, or they can't get past what they did. There's also somebody who is very jealous of the availability that you're giving to somebody else or other people that they feel that they can't have. Somebody cut off their nose to spite their face. This is all just coming out. I don't know. The divine's really just trying to get me to just be open and let these messages come out without trying to be so controlling, because I want them to sound a certain way because of the kind of control I gain when I sound a certain way. Divine's like, stop trying to be in control. Just let it. And I'm like, but I sound so much more. And they're like, don't worry about how you sound. Don't worry about how these messages we need out come out. Okay. I'm on payroll. Like I'm on the divine. I work for the divine. My employer is the divine, right? So I gotta do as I'm told. Anyways. Then we got the Lord of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and the Ten of Wands, and then the Dreamer, the Dream Carrier. Yep, I'm telling you guys. There, with regards to career, some of you guys did it. Some of you guys wanted this so badly, because I'm gathering that a lot of you guys ascended into this Empress energy. Regardless of where you were at, where you were working, you were ascending and growing while you were in a certain job, career path, whatever, right? And I just see that you had ascended to this. The more you guys tap into the desire of what you truly want, the more what you're doing that isn't a reflection of it feels like a burden. Some of you guys know what you want, but you feel burdened to move forward to it. Some of you guys reconnect with somebody and the passion's there and they look stable and it looks great, but you are burdened with the fucking past, man. Like burdened. Some of you cannot let go of the vision you have of somebody from the past. It doesn't even matter how they're coming towards you in the future. I see a bit of, I don't know what that's about. Somebody is feeling burdened by the amount of kids that they have. I feel like somebody was manifesting children, but they weren't doing it consciously. So now they have children that they can't, because I'm tapping into a masculine energy that is the Lord of Pentacles. He's stable. He's the Hierophant. He's stable. He's committed, but he has sowed his oats so far that he cannot create the stability and the commitment. He cannot offer the stability and commitment to all of his children, and it's starting to catch up to him. And he is starting to identify that he was one of those children. Like this masculine had a father who sowed a lot of oats and couldn't commit and be there for all his. I'm tapping into a masculine who watched his father commit to another family, not understanding why his father picked one baby mother family to commit to and didn't the other children and the other, like somebody. And then by the time this masculine realizes it, he is his father with oats all about the place, wondering how the fuck can I protect, provide, and be there when I've got all these youths displaced around the place. Yeah, I'm seeing a masculine that feels burdened with what he can't provide. The sorcerer, but it popped out into the reverse. Some of you guys, there was a harsh reality that came into you about your past that actually got you to separate from it. Some of you guys were looking to the past to come back, and I think you guys are off that. I see some of you guys have detached from, I think it's the past version of you. So some of you guys realize that what it was from the past that you were attracted to was because of where you were at that time. And now that you're not at that, that's what I mean about this, having to look at yourself and reflect. Because some of you guys are looking to past wants and desires, thinking they're going to fulfill you in the way they would have in the past, but they won't, because you're not like that anymore. Only for you to manifest said desire and it not feel good. And then you be back to the drawing board. It looks like the divine's trying to make you aware of something right now. 9 of Cups, what you truly want. Are you manifesting what you truly want? I don't know. I think some of you guys are still manifesting something that felt good once upon a time. Some of you guys need to come off of it. It's like you don't have faith about this passionate Ace of Wands energy being in your future, or a better commitment that reflects your morals and values in the future. Some of you guys are not looking to the future to plant seeds or gain abundance or build or whatever the case is. It's like some of you guys are still putting your time and energy into the past wishes that do not bring you the fulfillment that you want now, because you are not who you were then. If this is making any sense, it's like old dreams, old wishes that you still think will bring you the fulfillment you want, but they won't. Some of you guys realize that. Some of you guys manifested somebody from the past and they came back and it was a serious disappointment. Everything from physically, sexually, emotionally. For some of you, you didn't even have to emotionally or sexually get involved. You took one look at this person and were like, oh my God. Like, you are not what I was thinking or imagining. I don't remember you like this. Like, some of you, the rose-colored glasses and the fantasy deteriorates the minute you see somebody from the past that you manifested. Okay? For others of you, you're going to look at somebody from the past that you manifested, and it's going to be very hard for you to be able to believe the change that it is you feel has occurred in somebody. Yeah. You're going to think the change is an illusion in somebody. You're going to be like, no, you can't fool me. Right? I feel like the Hierophant's like, I'm not trying to fool nobody. Like, this is what I believe. I keep hearing this is what I believe. This Hierophant in energy in this deck. This deck is the Mystical Dream Tarot. One of the random decks I picked up. Ace, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Wands. The Page of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles. I hear promise for more. I'm also seeing like a team huddle. You know, when everybody puts their hand in and goes, break, I'm seeing a team huddle. I'm also seeing this as a group of people coming together that each have their own specialization. So this could be the forming of a team. Maybe you're a project manager. Maybe you're forming a team or a group in order to get something done. So all these people have a different approach and a different skill and ability in order to support the collective goal, whatever that is. Looks like some people coming together to get some shit done. Looks really good. And it looks like maybe there's a commitment between these people to get something done. It's the Ten of Pentacles, which is fantastic, which means that there'll be great abundance that these people coming together build. Like whatever they build will be, people will follow the way they did it, or because they'll create a legacy over what it is, the process or the procedure or whatever the case is. This is the money that is brought in by these people coming together because of whatever they build or do, the abundance that they get in, the recognition, the bond that they create together because they all value each other's different approach, different areas of specialization. There's this really beautiful cohesion. This is soul family right here. Some of you guys are reconciling with soul family through the workplace, meaning this project in the workplace is done, but you guys are still coming together, going to cottage country together, hanging out, doing dinner, shit like that. I'm seeing Thanksgiving. Two of Wands. Yeah, some of you, I hear, I'm going to need to sleep on it. Some of you guys are offered something, okay? And it could be by somebody. Because if it's by somebody, this is somebody you left behind in the past. With the Two of Wands, this is you needing to sleep on it because I think you are hesitant about revisiting something. Because the first card out was the Six of Cups. You looking in the mirror being like, looking at the difference between like you then and now and that person then and now, and then being like, I just feel like, I feel like you're questioning whether something can work. So you're having to sleep on it. Right? The Eight of Pentacles and the Two of Wands, questioning whether your dedication, time, and effort can make something work. And I just don't know if you know. For some of you, you're really tired because your dedication, effort, and work didn't bring you the results you need. Why? Because you're on a karmic cycle where you need to wrap up that. Like for some of you, they're futile efforts. Well, because you're supposed to love yourself enough to put your efforts where you do reap. Codependency, I don't know. Now it's all coming out like the Dream, the Emperor, the Lady of Pentacles, and the Lover, the Lovers. I'm seeing a masculine that is completely committed to somebody else, but has come to some awakening about somebody else. Like, I don't know. I don't care about that. Oh, okay, sorry. I don't mean to be disrespectful. Okay, because some of you guys, I heard somebody be like, well, I fucking care about that, okay? Because some of you guys know who this person is. For some of you, you've made it for some of you, I'm hearing word on the street. For some of you, word on the street is you're in a relationship. So you went from single to in the lovers. And I feel like this emperor, now that this emperor has been made clear that his opportunity is gone. I feel like he's now, I don't know, the wise fox with his death. Yeah, there's somebody, whether male or female, okay, this is somebody realizing that something is inevitably over. I think this emperor might have been distracted, in denial, maybe even a little bit entitled, thinking that this emperor would always have availability to this path. And I think this emperor is realizing that this emperor lost its opportunity on this path. It's over, it's dead. There's some kind of realization that, it's funny, for some of you, this emperor thought the decision was his, but is now realizing the decision was yours and that you've already made it. Ooh. And now this emperor is feeling like that guy. I'm hearing he played himself. Somebody played themselves. Somebody really thought they were one-upping you. And I think they realize now that they were playing a game by themselves. May Lord have mercy on their soul. And yeah, God's like, we will. Judgment. Yeah. He'll have mercy. Ignorance is bliss, not necessarily. I don't know. Now I'm just rambling on. All right, guys, that's your spread. I love you guys. Like, share, subscribe. For personal readings, email queencuptarot@gmail.com. They're only live. Email me. I'll send you a link for my calendar, which includes the PayPal link, so you can book yourself in, pay, and all that good stuff. If you want content between now and next month's readings, you can go to Patreon, where I become a member there, where I do daily general readings and weekly love readings. Okay, guys? So until the next time I see you guys, please continue to let your inner angels live. I missed you, and I'm glad to be back. All right? Guys, let me know your thoughts, because the energies and myself are... So you guys might be going through some other shit, and I don't know. And also, guys, you guys know that these readings, just look at the titles. If the titles resonate, it's probably for you. Okay? Mwah! Love you guys. Ciao.